Saturday, everybody. I'm going to make this brief. So the subject of today's video is an audit. There seems to be a lot of talk of audits in the wind, and I think that the subject of the first audit should be something that's quite easy. I think we should audit the Measure H fund, which was brought in by Bob Foster and Gary DeLong under the pretense of taxing oil revenues in order to provide additional funds to public safety, which included the fire department and a diplomatic protection unit for figures within City Hall. As some of you who've known me for a long time now know, there was quite a controversy surrounding Measure H because the fire department never got their money. And along with the shenanigans going on involving the potential closure of Fire Station 8 and the apparent sell-off of fire department apparatus that was going on to raise money for the budget surplus in the 2014 election. Well, the fire department was very upset because they did not receive their funds while they were losing equipment and potentially stations. After they started complaining to the media, they got hit with a gag order by Mayor Foster. I found out later on that the police department also got hit with a gag order by Mayor Foster, which I questioned him directly about immediately after I became a candidate for mayor, which should be available in the City Hall video archives at some point, I think in January or February of 2014. Could have been December of 2013, I'm not sure. So the Measure H funds apparently have raised quite a bit of money, but there's been no investigation about the complaints from the fire department. While as the photograph collection I'm going to post along with this and some related news articles will show, fire department told me they never got their money. I personally questioned 2 motor patrol officers who told me that they were funded by Measure H, what their activities were, and they told me that they were classified. So money's being diverted to a classified police unit that's supposed to be going to dignitary protection and additional funds for the fire department to increase public safety. So this is the group now that I have deemed the Long Beach Praetorian Guard. It's interesting, people might want to know as a side note that the letter H happens to be the Roman symbol for the emperor, which is another reason why I called Bob Foster Little Caesar, as in the Edward G. Robinson movie, which is a classic. So I propose that the first audit should be on Measure H and the dispensation of those funds. I think just opening up that can of worms would basically bring a lot of light to a lot of shady policies, maneuvers, people, and it would in effect expose the way the structure here works, while basically bringing light to what I call the Long Beach Gestapo. Okay, you have a classified unit funded from oil money, not the general fund, and they've been getting exorbitant amounts of money to the tune of $33 million as of that last audit, or at least announcement from the auditor. There was no mention whatsoever about how the fire department didn't get their money, but there was boasting about how much money came in, yet the question as to where it's all gone is still a mystery. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is my contribution to the reform efforts here in Long Beach. We're going to start auditing things. Let's audit something simple. Simple measure, simple fund, where'd the money go? And I think it's a beautiful potential example because you have professional individuals on the fire department with their views and opinions on what went down. And then you have sworn law enforcement officers who probably may have some interesting testimony about what went down, including our former police chiefs, McDonald and Luna. So I'd love to hear what all of these people have to say about the controversial Measure H. So there you go, folks. Have a great day.